Hi, I'm Old Norse specialist Dr. Jackson Crawford, and this is just a quick note on a subject of interest. I finally got my hands on a very difficult book to get about graffiti in the Roman period on the Germanic borders of the Roman Empire. I had heard somewhere, read somewhere, that there was some evidence in this book of Etruscan or North Etruscan North Italic based alphabets used well into the northern part of Germania, right? Northern Germany, the Netherlands today. And I thought, well, that's really interesting because if that's the case, if we see writing in whatever it might be, Lepontic, uh, Etruscan itself, Radic, uh, Communic, whatever that is, um, in the northern part of the Roman Empire, well, then that's a way that potentially the alphabet of one of those peoples could have been transmitted to a Germanic speaking people. So I've pored over this book looking for evidence of that. And of course, a lot of times, you see a letter that's like an X. It's like, well, that could be all kinds of alphabets, right? You see an R or a P, row looking letter. That could be all kinds of alphabets. What really surprised me was one particular example, and I'll hopefully show you a better image of this on the screen, where the editors saw this as fixity, which I think they're stating is the genitive of, or postulating is the genitive of a person's name, Fixidius, which I can't find anywhere. Fixity would also not be a form of figo, fixi, right, to fasten in Latin. So I'm not sure what exactly this fixity or fixidius would be supposed to be. But to me, that doesn't look like IXI. That looks very definitively like a runic D and a runic A. And this could be a runic R, for example. We definitely see R's that look like that. Now, I don't know what other would add up to, but I can think of words that could potentially contain that sequence. Of course, it might also not be runic, it could be Lepontic, right? A North Italic alphabet that later gave rise to runes. This inscription is dated to around the middle of the last century BC. So if this is runic, it would join the oldest known runic inscriptions, the Meldor Fibula, if it's legitimately runes. Certainly, Hulastainen, the Idabera find from Norway announced in early 2023. There are other inscriptions in this book that look, potentially runic. Like I said, if you see an X and it's like, well, that could be anything, right? That can be a runic G, that could be a Roman X. Um, in particular, there's a few of these where it looks like there's an A of the Italic or North Italic, North Etruscan type, like this. But it's also pretty hard to tell in isolation or combined with, indistinct of the letters if that may be a Roman F. Um, there's also a Patreon supporter told me that there was a place where it looked like Fixity. Well, there is a Fixie here. I don't know. It's sort of hard to tell. I fastened. Is that Fixie? He fastened. Not quite sure what I'm reading there, but I'm not a dedicated Roman epigrapher. At any rate, I am intrigued by the possibility of this. The what it is a fragment of a bowl that's in Landesmuseum Bonn. Its exact find site is unknown, but the dating apparently is fairly uh, established at being, circa 50 BC. So something worth getting out there. If anybody knows anyone at Landesmuseum Bonn who could connect us to an actual photograph of this, that would be really interesting. Um, but I'd like to have that at least out there as a potential very early runic inscription, whatever exactly it means and wherever specifically exactly it's from. For longtime viewers or Patreon supporters, there's been a lot going on this month, and it's been difficult to get out and film, but I will get back to doing movies and the videos in the regular way. In the meantime, Just trying to make sure you get some updates out there. I also have a backlog of stuff that needs to be edited, but still out here working for you and trying to make some progress on the prose out of this month too. Well, for now, thank you, Patreon, and thank you to those of you checking out the second edition of the Poetic Edda translation. And for now, from beautiful Colorado, I'm wishing you all the best. I'm here at Grimfrost World Headquarters Longhouse with Johan Hegg, and I just want to remind you that if you have Viking needs, you have a Viking supplier. Grimfrost really cares about getting things right. And if you need replica, well, anything, right? Shields, helmets, weapons, board games, cool t-shirts, hats, all sorts of accessories like that. You can get them at grimfrost.com together with my books, and they ship just about anywhere in the world. So check them out. It does help support the channel.